Hello, hello. So I'm going to just give everybody a minute or two, waiting for people to join. There's no rush. Just give people a few moments to arrive. For those who are arriving already, let me know in the comments who's here. Say hello, raise your hand, give a little wave in the comments. Don't be afraid. It's nice to get to connect with everybody. So let me know who's here with us. And that's the same whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, but I think most people are usually in the Facebook group. I'm going to give another minute or two just for people who are maybe joining late. I'm going to just check and see if there's anybody trying to get into the group last minute and let them in. And it is, that's okay. Okay. A few more requests there into the group, so I'm going to just give them a second or two. Let me know in the comments for anybody who's just joining. Say a hello in the comments. Let me know who's here. Let me know, how are you all feeling right now? How are you feeling today? Are you excited? Are you tired? Are you worn out? Do you feel good? There's no judgment. There's no right or wrong way to be feeling. I'm just wondering, just wanting to hear from you where everybody is at today. So if you're just joining, let me know in the comments who's here with me. Say hello and let me know just a word or two about how you're feeling, how you're doing. While you're doing that, I think we're going to get started in a second. I don't want to wait too long for people to join because I'm just conscious that there's just so much that I want to share with you, and we're going to get into a really powerful and beautiful Kundalini Tantra womb healing practice. So I want to leave enough space for that, so I think we'll get started. So thank you everybody so much for joining. It is an absolute pleasure for me to be able to, take you on this powerful womb healing journey. So thank you for trusting me. For those of you who already know me, hello again. And for those of you who are new to the group and new to my practices, I'm Kirsty Olive. I'm a Kundalini Tantra teacher and also with over 700 hours of training in different lineages and various fields, related to women's health, related to, Kundalini, Tantra, ancient practices, and also women's coaching. So I am, just delighted to be able to share this powerful and deep healing, womb healing with you all. So I'm going to start off by sharing a little bit about what to expect and why do we even need womb healing? What even is womb healing? You're obviously intrigued if you've shown up and if you've arrived, but some of you still might be thinking I have no idea what this even is, and that's okay. So the reason that womb healing is so powerful, and the reason that, any woman, even if she doesn't have a physical womb, any woman, will really benefit from womb healing. But the women who will benefit the most from womb healing, okay, because when you heal your womb, you heal your life. Okay, we call it womb healing, and it's womb-centered healing. But when you focus on healing your womb and your feminine energy, what you do is you actually work on your entire body, all of your relationships, and your entire life. So that healing that you are creating inside of you expands outwards, and it touches every single area of your life. So when you are healing your womb, you are healing your life. And as I said, this even goes for women who don't have a physical womb. You still have the powerful energetic imprint of the womb space, okay? And so what we're going to be focusing on in this particular practice, in this particular session today, is clearing and releasing any of our own old traumas, patterns, and beliefs. So any of the like negative ones or the subconscious ones that are keeping us stuck or keeping us in like a negative loop. Yeah, remember those like repeated unhealthy relationships, and you're like, why on earth do I let guys treat me like this, or girls? Yeah, why do I let them treat me like this? Why does this keep happening? Yeah, it's because of those subconscious patterns, traumas, beliefs that are controlling you. Yeah, they're controlling your life without you being even fully conscious or fully aware of them. So we're going to focus on releasing those, removing those, letting go of those, the deep, deep release work. But we're also going to be focusing on releasing any old traumas, patterns, and beliefs that have been passed down our family line from mother to mother, because they're passed down through the womb space and contained within the womb space. Okay, so if your mother or her mother or her mother, if any of them have any unhealed, patterns or beliefs or anything like that, they'll get passed down through your mother's womb to you. And the same like from your father's side as well. Yeah, because obviously, the conception happens within the womb, it leaves his imprint as well. And therefore, any of the patterns and traumas and beliefs from his side of the family that haven't been healed will also get passed down. Now, that might sound like a lot, but the good news is it is so possible for you to heal it and for you to be free. Okay. And when I say free, I mean physically, yeah, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It is possible for you to be free in all areas of your life. And I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to give you my own real life example of just how much womb healing and doing this inner work in this way can just radically change your life. So for those who are familiar with my story, I'm sorry if you've heard it so many times by now, but for those who are new, I got onto this journey because I was brought up in an abusive household. I was abused by my mother, and I left home when I was 16 and never went back. I then, thought, oh, okay, I'm free. Yeah, I've left that household. I've left that situation. I've moved to another country. I'm free. But unfortunately, that isn't how it worked out, because I wasn't conscious of it, but I had those patterns and those traumas imprinted inside of me. And those core beliefs of not being good enough, not being worthy, there is something wrong with me, this like deep shame, this deep anxiety. So I then continued to get into relationships that mirrored the dynamic that I had with my mother, who was abusive to me. So, toxic and abusive relationships. And my second relationship was the one that was like the catalyst for just completely transforming my life, because the relationship was so abusive and so traumatic for me that I ended up having a mental breakdown, had a complete breakdown. I was diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I was diagnosed with dissociative disorder, with panic disorder, and for a short time I also suffered with agoraphobia. So I was afraid to leave the house. I couldn't leave the house. And this was all as a result of abusive relationships and those patterns manifesting and showing up in my life because I hadn't healed them. Now, moving on a little while after that, not long after my mental breakdown, where like I thought my life was completely over, like this is it, I'm done for. I'm never going to be able to have a normal life, never going to have relationships, I'm never going to be able to trust anybody again, never going to be able to feel safe again in the world or in my body or even in my own house. Even in my, my life, I just didn't feel safe. Thought everybody was, out to hurt me, and I worried about, like, how do I know if this is my intuition telling me or not? Because how do I know if it's a trauma response or my intuition? So then how am I supposed to know about future people or relationships or situations if I can't even understand or trust my own inner guidance because I'm so afraid and confused? So I thought, honestly, I really just thought that my life was completely over. Now, not long after this, and not by coincidence, is when I was then diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, psoriatic arthritis. I was left unable to walk. I was left unable to even get out of bed, really. I was in such a bad way and in such chronic pain in every single joint in my body was inflamed, stiff, like really painful. I had this like chronic cough and pains in my chest, and my throat had completely closed up. I even completely lost my voice at one point. Through that fear and that control and not speaking my truth and holding it all in, I actually, completely lost my voice. And I was just in such a bad way. The doctors were now telling me, like, this is a condition that you're going to be dealing with for life. You have to try out all of these different medications, and we just need to find one that works for you. Sometimes it can take 5 years, sometimes it can take 10 years, but we'll get it like stable enough that you can kind of live a relatively normal life, and just all of these really like horrific things. At the time, I was still in my very early 20s, so to be hearing stuff like this, like just after like having a complete mental breakdown, and feeling as if I was maybe coming out the other side of that, and then to have all of this lumped on top of me. I was then after that diagnosed with neuropathy, which left a different type of chronic pain all over my entire body. And I then was diagnosed with skin cancer. Okay, now fast forward to today. Yeah, I am the freest, the happiest, the most just content, abundant, joyful, and like every single joint in my body feels amazing. My entire body feels amazing. I feel full of like just divine happiness and gratitude and strength, and just calmness. And this is a place in my life that back at that time when I was experiencing all of these different things, I just could never have imagined that my life would be this way, that I would be, first of all, being able to like share womb healing classes with up to 100 women. Like, that is just incredible. And imagine for somebody who used to suffer with 10 panic attacks a day and the most chronic anxiety and disassociation, like the thought of even like speaking one-to-one with another person was traumatic for me. Now, like, I'm just totally free of all that, because I did this inner work and I learned what's most important. I learned like tools and techniques, right? And the way that I say tools and techniques is because oftentimes what I find with a lot of stuff that I was, learning when I was trying to read all the books and do all of the courses and find all of the knowledge, like I want to do anything I can to heal, and I was doing all of it, but I was burning myself out, and I wasn't really getting like the results that I wanted, like I was maybe getting a little result, like having a little aha moment, but like I needed that like lifelong change, that lifelong deep inner transformation, which I just wasn't getting because I was running myself into the ground, piling all of these different things on myself. So for example, can't eat this anymore, can't eat this anymore. Oh, can't do this anymore, can't do this anymore. Okay, I have to remember to do this. Oh, I need to get up at this time to do my yoga, to do my meditation, to do my this. Okay. And completely just burning myself into the ground, feeling like I was on a hamster wheel of healing, and it was just never ending. And very, very gradually, just not much going upwards. Yeah. That was until I, just found the secret recipe, the secret sauce, which is that we don't have to do it in that masculine way of like piling more stuff on top of ourselves and working really hard and, restricting ourselves from certain things. And I have to remember to do these things, because I tell you something. If, for example, and I talked about this the other day, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it, but there was a time in my life where I was trying so hard to heal. Okay, so I'd be trying to go to yoga, yoga classes in person. And I remember like running to the yoga studio a few times because I was going to be late. But I was so tired and so exhausted from work and from life. Yet I was like, I have to go to this yoga class. It's for my healing. That I was like running at full sprint to get there on time, panicking, like, please don't lock me out. I don't want to miss my class. I've paid for it. I have to be there. And I was getting to the yoga class and I'd be like dripping in sweat from head to toe, like knocking on the door, getting let in last minute, and then taking ages to even calm and settle into the class because I had just ran all the way here. And when we do things in that way, yeah, like when we're like, I have to do the class, like even though I'm exhausted, even though I'm wrecked, like it's for my healing, I have to do this class kind of thing, yeah. What we actually do is we just create more stress and tension and fear and anxiety in our body and then in our lives, and we block ourselves off from our body. Yeah. So what I'm very conscious of is when the tools that I have learned and the methods that I have used, yeah, is like the opposite of that. Like it's learning that we can listen to our body. Like if we're exhausted, there's a good fucking reason for it. Do you know what I mean? We're not just exhausted for no reason. We don't just have to power through when we're exhausted. Like there is a reason we're exhausted. Yeah. Chill the fuck out. Yeah. Rest. Yeah. Give yourself a break. And that's, a big part of working more with your feminine energy is learning that it's okay to rest, to go inwards, to honor yourself, to listen to those cues. Like if you've got a headache, if you're feeling exhausted, like listen to that message from your body, to go inwards and to respect what your body is telling you, to respect those messages, and to respect and work with yourself and rebuild your relationship of trust with yourself. And there's a lot of different ways that we can do that, but that kind of stuff, it's the essence of like who we even are as women. Like as women, we're not designed to do everything a man can do. We're not designed to be able to work 24/7 and not need a rest and to go without our lunch breaks. Like hello, like we are designed differently. Like there's no shame in that. And in fact, it's incredibly powerful. And a lot of the stuff that makes us powerful as women, for example, menstruating. Yeah. Your menstruation is just such a powerful, powerful tool and a powerful time for those who menstruate, of course. Your menstrual cycle in general just holds so much wisdom and so much power if we learn to listen to it. But instead, like what happened to me when I was younger, I had chronic periods, very, very painful. And my doctor just put me on the pill, like without teaching me any methods or ways to actually regulate my cycle and to reduce that pain and to work with it. you know. We just get taught that our cycle is something, this annoying thing that has to be suppressed with painkillers or with, you know, or contraceptives, rather than actually learning how to be empowered by our cycle. You know, also as well, like being sexual as a woman, it's in our nature, and yet we're shamed for it. Yeah, we're shamed for our menstruation, we're shamed for being sexual, we're shamed for being overly emotional, we're shamed for like our intuition and being told that it's just woo-woo. Yeah, like all of the stuff that makes us powerful divine women, we are shamed for. And that shame is deep rooted into us. Yeah, when we see women, other women being shamed in the world for that stuff, and it makes us fearful. That imprint is inside of us, whether it's on a conscious level or a subconscious level, it is there. And that is what, you know, collective and ancestral trauma is. Yeah. Also as well, like the ancestral trauma is like a lot of stuff. Like, for example, oftentimes somebody who is an abusive parent, okay, or let's say a narcissistic parent, they would have also been abused as a child. Okay, like oftentimes their parent, one of their parents, would have also been abusive or narcissistic. The same with alcoholics. Alcoholism runs in families, it runs down the family line. Yeah, oftentimes, or not necessarily alcoholism, let's say addiction. Okay, because it might not always be alcohol, but it will always be addiction. So for example, if there is a daughter who has an alcohol addiction, quite often either one of the parents or the grandparents will also have some form of addiction. You know, maybe it's, you know, drugs, maybe it's pharmaceutical drugs, maybe it's weed, maybe it's alcohol, whatever, maybe it's gambling. Yeah, but addiction runs down family lines, abuse runs down family lines. Yeah, until my beautiful powerful goddesses, until it gets to us. Yeah, until it gets to us, because this is where it stops. Yeah, this is where we heal it. This is where we say enough is a fucking enough. Yeah, I am not passing this on to my children if I choose to have them. I'm going to be the best damn mother I can possibly be if I choose to have children. And if I choose not to have children, I'm going to be the best fucking woman I can be for me. Yeah, because I deserve it. Yeah. Let me know in the comments, is this resonating with you? Let me know if there's anything popping up for you, anything you want to share. Is it resonating? Just give me a yes even in the comments if it's resonating. We're going to dive in now. I think we're ready for the practice. We're going to dive into just a really, really beautiful Kundalini Tantra womb healing meditation that is going to focus on our own traumas, patterns, and beliefs, as well as the ancestral and the collective ones that have been passed down and imprinted into us. Because the time for us to say no and to take a stand and to heal ourselves is now. Okay. But before we do that, I want to do a little aura cleanse with you. And also just to kind of separate, because I've been saying a lot of words there. Yeah, I've been chatting a lot. So I want to just kind of separate this moment and just allow ourselves to go inwards and to tune inwards. Yeah. Then cleanse our aura. And then I'm going to get you to lie down and go into our lovely meditation. Now, before we go into the womb healing meditation, you will be lying down for it. Not yet. You will be lying down for it, and it will be about 30 minutes long. So I want you to make sure that you have maybe like a blanket or a cardigan or something, because there's nothing worse than lying down in a deep meditation and all you can think about is like how freezing your toes are or something. because that's happened to me loads of times. Yeah. So if you're in a room where potentially you might get cold if you're lying down for half an hour, that's okay. But just grab a little blanket or something now. You don't have to put it on yet, but just pop it to one side so that when it comes to the part we're going to be lying down, you can just grab the blanket and put it over you. I'll give you just a minute or two to get that. While you're grabbing your blanket, getting yourself prepared, just going to begin to feel into the energy a little bit. The energy that we are all bringing and all contributing to this moment and to this practice. Okay. Whenever you've gotten your blanket and put it to one side, I want you to just, from whatever position you're in, I want you to bring both of your hands onto your heart center for a moment and close your eyes. And just breathe into your chest. And notice the sensations of the breath as you fill the chest, fill the heart with breath. Now I want you to drop down even further. Bring both of your hands to your womb, whether that's your physical womb or energetic, it's in the same place. And as you breathe, breathe deeper now. Send your breath down to your womb space and feel it expand. Just breathe. And now I want you to repeat these words out loud after me with your hands on your womb. Remember that your words hold so much power, so speak with conviction. I am love. I am love. I am love. Everything that I need in order to heal is already inside of me. Repeat it 3 times. Now gently flickering your eyes open. I want you to bring your hands like this. So bring your thumbs, your pinky fingers and your wrists together, and your other fingers are spread out wide like this. You're going to inhale and slowly reach the arms up. And as you get to the top, spread your fingers wide like this. And as you slowly exhale, you're going to draw the petals of a flower around yourself. Inhale back up. Exhale, slowly exhale, and slowly just let the hands flow back down. Now close your eyes, go inwards and continue this. Inhale up. Slowly, slowly exhale back down. Inhale up. And exhale back down. Now continue on like this, following your own slow breath. Noticing that each round you become lighter and lighter. Your energy becomes clearer and clearer. And as you draw this lotus flower around you, you become softer and more connected to your feminine womb energy. Make this your last round. And once you're finished, bring the backs of your hands to your knees or your thighs. And just pause for a moment. Notice the effect that it has had on you. And just be present in this experience without expectation. Now, if you can do this whilst keeping your eyes closed, please do. But if you need to open your eyes, just keep your gaze lowered. But I want you to come to lie down on your back. And if you want to grab your blanket, you can put your blanket over you. Now, if you choose to lie on a bed or something, I prefer it if you lie on the floor, but if you do choose to lie on a bed or something, just don't prop yourself up on any pillows or anything. Like, you want your spine to be straight, yeah. You want to be lying down flat, lying down straight. So I'm going to just give you a minute or two to get comfortable, lie down on your back before we begin this womb healing meditation. We'll dive into the powerful Kundalini Tantra womb healing meditation. So in a moment, as you're lying here with your eyes closed, I'm going to begin to count back from 10. And as I count back from 10, you're going to see yourself rewinding back through your life. And you're going to rewind back until you are only 10 years old. So as if somebody has just picked up a remote control and hit the rewind button. And you're going backwards through your life until you are 10 years old. Rewinding back now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arriving back now when you are only 10 years old. Just notice what memories, what images come up, what emotions come up. Noticing who is around you, maybe who's not around you. And again, you're just observing, you're not judging, you're not trying to change anything. Just observing, just letting any memories, any emotions, any sensations flow. How does it feel to be back there when you were 10 years old? What emotions can you feel? Now noticing if there is a message that the 10-year-old you has for you. What is it that they need from you? What is it that they want you to know? Remembering that a message can come in many different forms. It can come in words, in sensations, in emotions, sometimes just a deep inner knowing, sometimes images. But just be open to listening to and receiving that message wholeheartedly without judgment. And now taking a hold of the 10-year-old you's hands and looking into your own eyes as you were at that age. And repeat these words out loud after me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I accept you. I accept you. I accept you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as I count back from 10, you're going to rewind back even further through your life until you are only 5 years old. Rewinding back now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arriving back now when you are only 5 years old. What does it feel like to be here? What memories, what images come up for you? Again, just observing without judgment. What does it feel like to be here again? To be 5 years old again? Notice what comes up for you. Now noticing if there is a message that the 5-year-old you has for you. What is it that they need from you? What is it that they want you to know? Again, just being open to receiving that message wholeheartedly, without judgment. Remembering that also sometimes no message is the loudest message of them all. And now taking a hold of the 5-year-old you's hands and looking into your eyes, repeat these words out loud after me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I accept you. I accept you. I accept you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as I count back from 10 now, you're going to rewind back even further until you are only 1 year old. So sensitive to the emotions and to the energies of other people at this young age. You just want to be loved, you want to be nourished, you want to be supported and safe. We're winding back now until you are only 1 year old. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arriving back now. Really tuning in to the energies and emotions and sensations here. What does it feel like to be 1 year old again? What comes up for you? Just observing without judgment. And now taking the 1-year-old you in your arms and looking down into your own eyes. Repeat these words out loud after me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I accept you. I accept you. I accept you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as I count back from 10, you're going to rewind all the way back until you are only 1 day old, brand new into this world, very, very closely still connected to spirit, very sensitive to the energies and the emotions of other people. Again, so vulnerable and just wanting to be protected, loved, kept safe. Rewinding back until you are only 1 day old for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arriving back here. Again, just tuning in, noticing any emotions, any sensations, any images that want to come up for you. What does it feel like to be 1 day old again? And just observing without judgment. And now taking a hold of the one-day-old you in your arms and looking into your own eyes as you were at that age. Repeat these words out loud after me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I accept you. I accept you. I accept you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am here for you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now as I count back from 10, you're going to rewind all the way back until you are inside your mother's womb. And this is where anything that your mother felt during pregnancy, you would have also felt that. Also, any of your mother's traumas or patterns or beliefs, this is where they get passed down to you, is through your mother's womb space. And the same goes for any patterns, traumas, or beliefs from your ancestral line. If they are unhealed, this is where they get passed down to you from womb to womb, from mother to daughter. So we're winding back now until you are inside your mother's womb for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, arriving back inside your mother's womb, surrounded by water, surrounded by darkness. Inside the red velvety cave of your mother's womb space. Just notice, what does it feel like to be here? What emotions, what sensations come up? Maybe even what images. And there's no need to paint a story or a picture of this is why this emotion's coming up, this is what this means. We don't need to get so much into our heads. You don't need to figure it out like that. Just allow yourself to feel it, to witness it, to observe it. You are just here to observe, to feel, to witness. And in a moment, as I count back from 10, you're going to see a powerful ocean of divine water entering your mother's womb space, filling up your mother's womb space with powerful, cleansing, healing waves of water that will cleanse and heal all of those traumas, all of those patterns, all of those beliefs from your mother and from your ancestral line. As I count back from 10 now, see and feel that water inside your mother's womb surrounding you. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seeing and feeling that cosmic ocean of water filling your mother's womb, surrounding you, swirling and crashing in every direction, top to bottom, back to front, side to side, filling your mother's womb space, cleansing your mother's womb space. And as the waves of this divine cosmic ocean of water crash again and again, they lift everything that has been hidden, everything that has been stuck up to the surface, to be cleansed, to be washed, to be healed, churning it over and over again, bringing even the most hidden traumas, patterns, and beliefs up to the surface, cleansing them, swirling them around, healing them with this powerful divine water. Hear the waves, feel the waves, and see the waves. Now I want you to very slowly roll over onto your left side. I want you to slowly push yourself up into a seated cross-legged position. Taking your time, there's no rush. And whenever you've made your way up to a seated position, you can gently flicker the eyes open. Give you a moment or two. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to chant a mantra, and we're going to do a kriya that is to release all of that stuff, all of the traumas, patterns, beliefs, everything that we've just kind of washed with that divine water inside your own womb space. We're now going to release all of that. So there's a few different parts involved. And the first part, I'm going to actually just kneel up so I can show you a little bit better my tummy. But the first part, which is pumping the stomach. Now, if you are menstruating, pregnant, might be pregnant, have a coil or an IUD fitted, stomach ulcers, Crohn's, basically like just anything at all going on in this region. And I don't want you to do the stomach movements. I just want you to do the hand movements and the mantra. Okay. But for those who don't have any of those things, then I'm going to show you the stomach movements. So just so you can see my navel is here. Okay. So my hand is above my navel. Now I want you to watch this space as I chant the mantra. Har, 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 har. So as you can see, with every repetition of the mantra, I'm pumping the stomach inwards. So har, har, har. Yeah. And it's not my lower stomach. Yeah. This is my upper stomach. It's the space above my navel, not below my navel. So I'm pumping this in as I chant. The mantra, as you've heard, is har. So H-A-R, har. And then what we do with our hands is you bring them like this. Tuck your elbows very close into the sides. So they're not out here, they're tucked in, they're tight, they're pulled into the sides. Fingers are spread, palms are facing forward. You inhale and reach the arms up. Then as you exhale, clench the fists, pull the elbows in, pump the stomach if you can, and chant, har, har, har. Yeah, remember to chant with conviction. Like now is your time. Now is your opportunity to release and to let go and heal from all of that stuff. Yeah, so chant with conviction. Everybody with me now. Har, 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 har. Release the hands, close the eyes straight away. Take a nice slow inhale in and out through the nose. Before just beginning to return your breathing to normal. And now, as I count back from 10, you're now going to see yourself diving into your own womb space. So we've just been working on releasing anything that was from your mother's womb. And now we're going to dive into your own womb. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arriving inside your own womb space. Take a look around you. What is it like to be here? What does it feel like to be here? Without judgment, just observing. This is where all of your own patterns, traumas, beliefs, this is where they're hidden away. This is where the imprint is stored. This is where your inner child resides. Now, as I count back from 10, you're going to see that divine cosmic ocean of water entering your own womb space for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See and feel that powerful cosmic healing ocean of water swirling through your own womb space in every single direction, bringing everything that has been hidden up to the surface, churning it, cleansing it, washing it, healing it, so that it can be released, getting into the darkest, deepest, most hidden parts of your womb space, bringing up even the stuff that you've hidden away from yourself. Let it all be brought to the surface by this swirling, powerful ocean of cosmic, divine water. And now you know what to do this time, gently flickering the eyes open. This time as we chant, we're releasing all of that stuff from your womb space. So with me now, you know what to do. Chant with conviction. Har, 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 har. Don't give up. Har, 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 har. Close your eyes, release the hands, take a nice slow inhale and exhale through the nose. Now in a moment, as I count back from 10, you're going to see yourself being rebirthed, being reborn, emerging from your own womb space as a brand new newborn baby into this world. But before we do that, I want you to think of an intention. What is your one big thing that you want from this new life that you are about to birth for yourself? What is that one big intention that you want to create in this new life? What is that, non-negotiable energy that you want to bring into it? Connect with that intention. Bring it into your womb with you. And now as I count back from 10, you're going to see yourself emerging from your own womb as a newborn baby. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just be here. See that rebirthing. See that newborn you emerging from your own womb. Feel that newborn you emerging from your own womb into a new life that you have birthed, you have chosen, and you have consciously created for yourself. As you hold that newborn you in your arms and look down into your own face, you begin to hug that newborn you closer and closer until she merges with you at your heart center. And with every beat of your heart, that new intention, that new vibration, and that new life spreads further and further through your body with every heartbeat, spreads in every single direction, to the tips of your toes and your fingers, all the way up to the crown of your head, until every single cell in your entire body is vibrating with that new life, with that new energy, and with that new intention, until it is radiating from you, until it is radiating through you. Allow yourself to feel it. Now begin to just notice the points of contact that you have with the earth beneath you. Feel the heaviness of your body, the weight of your body, grounding you down towards the earth. Before bringing your hands into a prayer, into Namaste at your heart center, take a nice deep inhale in. And as you exhale, bow the head towards the heart. Namaste. Gently, whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. There's no rush. Now, let me know in the comments, right underneath. I want to hear from every single one of you. Whether you're live with me here now or whether you're watching it back later, I want to hear from every single one of you something about your experience so far. Something that resonated with you. How did you feel? Was there anything that came up for you? You know, you can share as much or as little as you want to, but at least a word or two about that experience for you. Pop into the comments underneath. And it's really important as well. Sharing in these situations is so important, but so is reading other people's comments and experiences, yeah? Because quite often as women, because we don't talk and share as openly, we sometimes think that like we're totally alone in what we're experiencing, you know? We feel a bit isolated or like unique, yeah? We're not actually as unique as we think we are. You know, underneath the surface, like we're all experiencing the same kind of stuff, you know, the same emotions, the same feelings, the same challenges. Yes, like the external situation might be different, but on the inside, you know, we all want the same thing. We all have the same kind of challenges. So it's really powerful when we begin to share. So what I want to do next is I want to share a really, really exciting opportunity that I have. I am inviting in 10 goddesses to join me on a really powerful and life-changing feminine womb healing journey. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what my 6-week womb healing program looks like. Oh, that's way too far in. What my 6-week womb healing program looks like, what to expect from it, and just give you a little bit of info. Okay, so my 6-week womb healing container, I have already had the absolute pleasure of guiding over 100 women through my 6-week womb healing container, as well as, you know, working one-to-one with some women on womb healing. This 6-week womb healing container has already impacted so many women's lives, yeah, in a huge and transformational way. So the program is centered around one thing, yeah, to take back your power, you must take back your pleasure. Now, remember I said at the beginning that, you know, whenever somebody's on a healing journey, whether it's from chronic disease, whether it's, you know, fertility related issues, whether it's from trauma or abuse, we sometimes get so caught up in the masculine side of the healing and like, I have to do it all and I have to be perfect and I have to be doing this technique right, yeah? I'm very conscious that I don't want to pile more stuff on your to-do list. And that is the opposite of what we do here in the womb healing program. This is actually about healing in a way that brings more pleasure into your life, into your relationships, into your, you know, friendships, into your body, into your heart, into your mind. It's about bringing in more pleasure. So what is the womb healing program? Okay, so we go deeper in this program. Like this, what we've done tonight is just a tiny little piece. Okay, we go so deep in this program into many different methods and ways of healing your womb and working with your womb. We do that on a physical level, an emotional level, a mental level, and a spiritual level. Okay, it's not enough to just work on one level. We need to actually work on all of them. And that's where true healing and true lifelong transformation happens. This 6-week journey is a beautiful journey of awakening and self-discovery in a very feminine way. During this program, you'll step into your next level goddess self, yeah? That like future self that you hope to be, that you want so desperately to be, yeah? That healed, happy, peaceful, confident version of yourself, that free version of yourself, yeah? That is what we're stepping into. You'll also be joined by a gorgeous community of soul sisters who are going to be journeying with you within this container. So who is this for? This program is for the woman who has been in toxic, abusive, or unhealthy relationships. So there's definitely a scale there. Some people might be in relationships that are unhealthy, but they're not abusive or toxic, but they're just sick of repeating the same patterns. And then some people might have been in very abusive relationships, you know, but this is for the woman who has been in just any relationships that just didn't honor her soul. This is for the woman who suffers from chronic illness, chronic pain, or chronic health-related issues. And that can be in terms of full body or in terms of the womb, yeah? This is for the woman who is tired of being controlled by her traumas, emotions, patterns, and beliefs. And this is really important, actually, because this is one that I get a lot. So often women will say to me, you know, I'm sick of like snapping at my partner and being short-tempered with him all the time. Or I'm sick of snapping at my son, like when, you know, he's being like bad or trying to get my attention, and I'm just tired and fed up, and then I snap at him, and then afterwards I feel really bad about it, and I really beat myself up, and I feel like I'm a bad mom. Yeah, that is what is called being controlled by your traumas, emotions, patterns, and beliefs. So if that is you, this program is for you. This is for the woman who's on a healing path, but feels overwhelmed by all of the information out there, all of the different ways to heal, and is just tired of working so hard to heal, feeling like you're on the hamster wheel, reading all the books, doing everything, but you're exhausted. You're not getting that life-changing result, and in fact, you're just exhausted. This is for the woman who is done with playing small, done with people pleasing, and done with not getting her needs met. Yeah, like those one-sided relationships need to be a thing of the past, okay? Those relationships where you're afraid to ask for what you want, you're afraid to use your voice. Those relationships where, you know, he gets everything he wants in sex and you're left feeling frustrated after, yeah, because this doesn't just apply to the relationship, it applies to all levels of relationships, whether it's platonic relationships or relationships with, you know, a significant other. Yeah, enough is enough. Yeah, we deserve to get our needs met, we deserve pleasure, we deserve to be happy. This is for the woman who has experienced or is experiencing fertility or womb-related issues and has tried so much without success and is just left feeling so frustrated and at a loss and hopeless of what to do next. This is for the woman who is ready to, yeah, so we're now stepping forward into this. This is the woman who is ready to truly heal so that she can come and be the best possible version of herself. Okay, now whether that's the version of yourself for you, whether it's for your significant other, for your children, for your family, you deserve to be the best version of yourself. This is for the woman who's ready to have healthy relationships with yourself. Yeah, your relationship with yourself is so important, but also with your kids, if you have them, with your partners, with your family, so that you can enjoy spending time with them and you can be happy and free and be the best version of yourself for them as well as for yourself. This is for the woman who is ready to trust herself, to trust her intuition and to trust her inner compass. So many women who have experienced trauma, abuse, or chronic health issues, these women like lose trust in themselves. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating, yeah? But so many of those women feel like they failed or they're not good enough. They don't trust themselves to be able to do it, and they lose trust in themselves. This is for the woman who is ready to rebuild that trust. This is for the woman who is ready to be confident, to be fearless, yes, and to be in control of your future and your life. This is for the woman who is ready to find freedom. And by that, I mean emotional freedom, mental freedom, and physical freedom. Freedom in all areas of your life, because you deserve freedom. Everybody does, okay? This is for the woman who's ready to connect with her body in a new, deep, and meaningful way. This is for the woman who is ready to cultivate a relationship of trust, love, and compassion with herself. This is for the woman who's ready to take her healing to the next level and actually live. Yeah, life is to be lived, okay? Life is to be lived. And if you're ready to live and to be free of all of that shit that has been keeping you stuck and holding you back, then I want you to imagine this for a moment. Close your eyes, actually. Close your eyes and just imagine this for a moment. Imagine what it would be like to work with your body instead of against it. Instead of feeling as if you're battling against your body, against exhaustion, against headaches, against menstrual related issues, against pain or disease. Imagine being able to work with your body in a collaborative relationship. Imagine being able to truly forgive yourself. Yeah. Imagine understanding the language of your body and being able to communicate with it. Imagine being empowered by your intuition and your inner guidance instead of afraid of it or instead of unsure of it. Imagine being so confident in it that you can take empowered and excited divine action. Imagine truly healing on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. Imagine being the best version of yourself so that you can spend more joyful time with your family because you're happy, you're energized, you're calm, you're in love with yourself and with life. Imagine waking up every single day and feeling good inside of your body, inside your mind. Imagine waking up every day excited about the day ahead, excited about the life that you're living. Imagine experiencing pleasure and happiness in abundance every single day. And imagine being supported through this powerful and beautiful feminine journey by a community of loving soul sisters who are on this journey with you. Now open your eyes. Let me know how that feels in the chat. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if that feels good. Let me know if you're like, yes, this sounds like exactly where I'm at. I imagine this, I feel it, and I want it. Let me know in the chat box. So a little bit about the kind of structure of the womb healing program, okay? So my womb healing program, there will be one weekly live session with me via Zoom, okay? So we'll have a session each week that is usually between like an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, just depending on what we cover within the session. And this will be a group session with us via Zoom, and it's where You know, you can ask me any questions. We share stuff sometimes. We talk about stuff that's coming up, talk about challenges, also talk about successes, and we work through stuff on the call. You also will get, sorry, that top one is supposed to say 6 times weekly live sessions. So you get 6 weekly live sessions with me. You also get 6 weekly 1-hour modules. So every single week for 6 weeks, you get a module and a live session with me. So that way, what we normally do is you'll watch the module in your own time. You'll do the module in your own time. And then we'll be able to discuss it once you're trying it. If anything's coming up, we can chat about it. We can work through it together. We can share our experiences. You also get 4 bonus extra videos with powerful knowledge and womb practices, or feminine practices. And you'll get lifetime access to all of the above. So to the weekly live session recordings, to the weekly modules, and to the extra bonus videos, you will get lifetime access, okay? Because these are practices that are going to support you for a lifetime and change your life. So you will get lifetime access to all of those. You will also get a gorgeous, gorgeous womb healing manual that I have created especially for you, especially for, you know, the women who have said yes to this program. And it is full of powerful womb healing knowledge. You'll get access to the community of supportive soul sisters. So we have a group, you know, for this program, so that you can support each other, share, encourage each other on. And it's always a really, really amazing and empowered space when we begin to be vulnerable in that group and share our experiences and really feel heard and supported in what we're going through. It's just a really, really magical experience. There's a lot of love that is always contained within these groups. Now for everybody who is here tonight as well, so I would like to give you an extra like juicy bonuses and discount, because I want this to be an absolute no-brainer for you. I want you to just be like, I am ready. There is no doubt. So what I'm going to do is, for the next 3 people who join and enroll and say yes to this 6-week womb healing program and say yes to themselves, for the next 3 women, I'm also going to give you a massive 111 euro discount off the overall price, okay? Meaning that you will pay only 333 euros, okay? So you're getting over 100 euros discount there. You will also get, as an extra juicy bonus, a private 1-to-1 womb healing and activation session, a deep dive session with me. This session is valued at a couple of €100 itself, okay? So you're getting an amazing, amazing bonus thrown in here. As well as that, you will get access for the next 3 people only, because I can't just give access to everybody, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I can't. But for the next 3 women, you will also get access to my Samhain upcoming cacao ceremony, which is on the 31st of October. You'll get some cacao provided to you for that ceremony. I'll post it out to you. And you will get lifetime access to my 31-day self-love club, okay? Which again, you know, the value and the tools and the practices that you are getting contained within this are just life-changing. There are so many life-changing things happening within my containers, and you're getting all of this for only 333 euros if you sign up this weekend, basically. So the early bird is on this weekend, so you can sign up this weekend for 333 euros over the next couple of days. However, only for the next 3 people will you also get the bonus 1-to-1 with me and access to the Samhain cacao ceremony and access to the 31-day self-love club, okay? So I want to share with you, before I let you go, I want to share with you just some ideas of the results that happen for women and have already happened for women within my 6-week container. Okay, so over to the left here, these are some things that have happened in the past few programs. Now, every single person who came to the last womb healing program shared that they were able to completely remove their menstrual pain or significantly reduce it till a point where it was practically unnoticeable. There's people who have came to my womb healing programs and had their first ever pain-free period. So they've never had a pain-free period up until this point. A big one as well, yeah, is having their first ever orgasm. So there is women coming to this program, more than one woman who has came to this program and been unable to orgasm or told me they were unable to orgasm. And we have worked through that, yes, and they have had their first ever orgasm and have reported having just such a happier and much more satisfying sex life, whether that's self-pleasure or with a partner. Yeah. Another big one, and this comes up a lot, right? And this is why I wanted to share it, but not needing to pee every 5 minutes, 24/7 for the first time in years. So a lot of women who come to my womb healing programs, this is like a little side effect or a problem they have, where they just need to pee all of the time and they really can't hold it. And they need to, be the ones stopping the car every so often at the rest stop. So waking up several times a night to go to the toilet. So if that's you, you're not the only one. Actually, we dive into the mechanics of this and why it happens, and we work on this directly in the program. I also want to share with you 2 experiences here of 2 people who were recently in my womb healing containers, and one of them is a very kind of mental and emotional transformation, and one of them is very physical. So they're very different transformations, which is why I want to share them. So the one on the top is Susie. Now Susie was in a very high control fundamentalist religion where she was taught to be ashamed of her body, disconnected from her body, ashamed of sex and anything pleasurable at all. And Susie came to my womb healing programs, and in her own words here, I'll forever look back on this wee 4-week course as a truly life-altering month. Fresh from extricating myself from a high control religion, it's going to take time to connect with my body after being indoctrinated my whole life to believe that self-pleasure is wrong and so many other untruths. It has been drummed into me for 40 plus years to deaden my body members. But this course is about so much more than learning about self-pleasure. It's about connecting with our creative and intuitive self, our womb. It's about learning to honor yourself, to truly understand your cycle, and to embrace the utter wonder and beauty that is the female energy and form. Kirsty goes above and beyond, and her passion for this topic bubbles over and imbues us with a sense of awe for the divine feminine energy and a renewed sense of power, softness, and femininity. Truly moving, healing, beautiful, and life-changing stuff. Okay, so that is a huge shift and transformation for Susie. Now, I also want to share with you Charlotte's transformation, because this is the complete other side of the coin. Now, I'm going to read this out in Charlotte's own words here because it's really powerful. Having suffered for a very long time with gynae-related problems, I was at a loss about what to do next. Since being introduced to Kirsty and her womb healing workshops, I can honestly say that I have never felt better. Who knew that loving your womb would take away so much pain? So much so that I won't be going down the hysterectomy route. I actually get goosebumps every time I read that because it's just so incredibly powerful. Yeah. And that is just a message that there is hope and possibility, and it is so possible. If I can do it, if Susie can do it, if Charlotte can do it, if all of these other women can do it, yeah, and you can do it too. All you have to do is say yes to yourself and make that promise to yourself. I'm going to close my screen down there. So yeah, so my doors for my 6-week womb healing program are open. You who are here right now are the first to know. You're the first to get this opportunity. 10 women in total will be I'll be opening the doors up into this container for 10 women in total, but only the first 3 will be able to avail of all of those extra juicy bonuses and discounts and the one-to-one with me and stuff like that. So if you want to jump on it, if you want to claim one of those places, that early bird offer will be running until Sunday, but only the first 3 will get the one-to-one and the extra access to my self-love club and stuff like that. You know, as you have seen and heard, the potential for deep healing and lifelong transformation in this program is just massive. You know, it's absolutely massive. And it's beautiful as well. It's literally like, it's healing and it's powerful, but we enjoy ourselves, like we laugh, we have fun with it. It's about bringing more pleasure into your life, like not adding another thing to your to-do list. Yeah, like I know you are all busy. I'm busy too. Like we have busy lives. This isn't about just piling more stuff onto you that you have to add to your to-do list. Yeah, we do everything in a way that is fun, that is enjoyable, that is pleasurable, that you're actually excited to do it. Yeah, this is one that I get a lot on the womb healing program. People always saying, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm really excited to do my homework tomorrow. You know, it's a big one because it's enjoyable. Yeah, it's deeply healing and enjoyable. And yes, that is something that is possible. It doesn't always have to be, you know, hurtful or really challenging. Sometimes it can be fun and beautiful. Yeah. So if you want to be one of those women, if you're ready to say yes to yourself and you're ready to dive into this beautiful 6-week womb healing journey, then you can either drop me a DM or check your inbox, because I am just about to send you an email, if it hasn't already sent automatically, with the details and the link to sign up and to claim one of those beautiful places on the program. And of course, if anybody has any questions for me at all, drop me a DM, drop into the comments. I can answer them straight away for you. And look after yourselves. Okay, we've done a strong release practice, a lot of release work tonight, so look after yourselves. If you feel particularly vulnerable tomorrow, just rest, have a nice hot bath or a shower, and just feel any stuck energy washing away, and just give yourself a little bit of extra TLC. And apart from that, lots of love. Thank you all so much for being here and for being present. And if there's any soul sisters who you feel would benefit from this program, feel free to invite them into the group. Namaste. Bye, everybody.